Hi guys, it's Jane. Welcome back, and today I will be talking to you about the last princess of Korea, Princess 덕혜, or in Korean, 덕혜옹주. You might have heard her name through a movie called The Last Princess starring Son Ye-jin, and it's a very popular movie, but today I will be telling you about the facts and the fantasies and basically about her tragic life. Start at the beginning. I always say start at the beginning. Anyways, she was born on May 25th, 1912 at Changnam Palace in Korea. And the reason her name is 덕혜옹주 instead of 공주, like you might hear a lot in Korean movies and dramas and just overall. Her title was 공주 because she wasn't the daughter of a queen. Instead, her mother was just the king's concubine. Her father was King Gojong, who was over 60 years old when she was born. And during his reign, he had had lots of children, but 덕혜 was his first daughter, so he really loved her and doted on her and even built a kindergarten in her honor. However, she wasn't really recognized as a member of the royal family by the Japanese, who was already gaining power in Korea even then. But later on, he did persuade the Japanese to let her on to the formal royal family, and they granted her the title of princess. In 1919, similar to what you'll see in the movie, the king actually made a secret engagement between his daughter and a boy named Kim Jang-han in order to protect her, but the engagement failed after the Japanese found out about it, and Kim Jang-han never saw Princess 덕혜 again, unlike what you see in the movie, because, movies are supposed to be dramatic. At a young age, Princess 덕혜 was taken to Japan for continuing her studies, just like her older half-brothers. It is known that she struggled in Japan, and when her mother died in 1925, she was allowed back as permitted to go to the funeral for her own mother, but she wasn't permitted to wear the right clothing to mourn her own mom. Years later, in May 1931, Princess 덕혜 was forced to marry a Japanese count whose name I won't say because I'm afraid I'm going to pronounce it wrong. And it's quite widely known that the marriage wasn't a happy one. It was an arranged one, and she wasn't Japanese. She was forcefully taken from her home, and she never really adjusted. She eventually had a baby named Mase. Am I pronouncing that right? I apologize for not pronouncing it right. And it's known that Princess 덕혜 actually gave her a Korean name as well, Jonghae. So Jonghae didn't really have a happy life either, unfortunately, because later on Princess 덕혜 and the Count actually had a divorce, and their daughter committed suicide because of it. After the loss of her only daughter, Princess 덕혜's illness got worse, and later she was told that she was crazy. She was able to return back to Korea after 32 years. She actually cried remembering her childhood home and the palace in Korea. I can only imagine how much she missed her homeland. And later on, of course, she did die. She died at the same place she was raised, in Changnam in Korea. That was it for Princess 덕혜, and I really hope that you do research a bit more on this after you finish watching this video. And I really do recommend the movie. It's really sad, but it's a great movie to watch if you want to know a bit more about Princess 덕혜. It's called The Last Princess. So I hope you liked watching this. Bye!